Welcome back to Oxygen for the Soul, Parsha Vayetze, Israel edition. If you can come to Israel and visit and leave a deep mark on the people here just by being here, it's such a profound time to be in this position to be able to give to others. And we've just been finding that people here are just so grateful for visitors, and the level of gratitude and happiness that they have from just seeing foreigners taking time to come here and visit them is palpable. So if you can come, I recommend coming. Parsha Vayetze begins with Yaakov leaving his house. He starts off in Yerushalayim, Har Moriah, where he has his dream with the ladders and the angels coming up and down them. Pasuk tells us that he took 12 stones, put them around his head, and eventually they became one. The idea of diversity, if you were to go out and pick up 12 stones, each stone is very different from the other. Each stone, different shape, different size, different weight, but at the end of it, they all were mityached, it became one. This theme of unity, I believe, is the theme of the parsha, because it's not just unity. Unity can only come with empathy, and that's the second theme, I believe, of the parsha. Yaakov meeting Rachel and Leah, falling in love with them, Rachel having empathy for Leah, giving over the simanim. Later, Yaakov having empathy on Rachel, marrying a second wife. Yaakov having empathy for both of his wives, their needs, their wants. Leah having her children, being accepted. Welcome to Israel. Rachel not having children, being empathetic to her. The brothers needing to be empathetic to one another. Yaakov and Lavan end up having a quarrel, and Yaakov, and Lavan coming to a pact. God making a pact with Yaakov, of God having empathy with Yaakov. These ideas of empathy, of different people with different wants, needs, emotional needs, and the other coming to the recognition of those wants and needs, is where this achdut, of this unity, comes from. The word echad, which means one in Hebrew, can be broken down to two words: ach, aleph chet, and daled. Ach, daled. Ach, brother. You become a brother when? Dal. When you are understanding the needs of the poor, when you understand the needs of those that are lacking, echad, you become one. When I am aware of your suffering, your pain, when I create a space to spend time to understand who you are, and I could spend time to appreciate your challenges, that's when you and I become one. That's when we can create peace and fix the world. But if all we are doing is thinking about our selfish selves, and we're unable to create a space for the other, you don't have a world of unity. You have a world of disharmony. You have a world that is fractured. You have a world that is broken. To create a world of peace and love comes from our ability to be mityached, to have echad, an ach dal, a brother who's aware of the others lacking. And maybe this would explain a little bit why, we don't say yiratzon after we say a tehillim. When someone's in need, we say achenu kol beit Israel. And the reason why we do that, when we are actually able to become brothers, when we become brothers, becoming an ach, and we move from an ach to echad, which is, we'll see next week, the brothers were lacking. The 12 tribes were unable to become one at that point, unable to see and to have empathy for the other, each one vying for their own wants. When we are able to become echad, that's when we become achenu, and when we become achenu, Hashem becomes our Father. There's no need for a request, a bakasha, b'hiratzon, when He's your Father. A father, you don't need to go ahead and beseech him. A father naturally has empathy for his children. They're all different, and he respects their differences. Hopefully he loves their differences. I believe that's what this parsha is about. And for us in this trip, we've seen this, the meeting with families so different, and pain is pain, suffering is suffering. It's something we should all be sensitive to, and if we want to make the future world a better place, we have to learn how to have empathy and love for different kinds of people. I really believe that this is what the world that we're in right now is leading us towards, a place where we can become more open, more loving, more caring, more understanding of the other. And when we do that, God willing, we'll continue building this part of the world into a world of peace. It becomes a sanctuary for the whole entire world, where we are able to become brothers, arm in arm, and turn this world of suffering into a world of eternal happiness. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom Mevarach. Thank you so much for listening, and if you can, I hope you're following our stories on Instagram or on WhatsApp. Wishing you all the best. Shabbat Shalom Baruch, everybody.